Tennessee Titans fans, we have got breaking news tonight as the schedule release for the entire NFL season looms tomorrow night. We got a little preview of that tonight as the Tennessee Titans Week 1 opponent has seemingly been revealed. Check it out, everybody. From Jordan Schultz on X 25 minutes ago, he said, sources, Bo Nix and the Broncos will open the season at home against the Titans in what is expected to be Cam Ward's NFL debut, Sunday, September 7th at 4:05 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Sunday, September 7th. That means we are a little less than 4 months away from Titans Broncos. That is the Titans Week 1 opponent at Denver. So, never too early to start breaking it down. Here we go. First of all, a negative. I, of course, wish the Titans were starting the season at home. I really tend to want that most seasons for the Titans to open the season at home, but especially with a rookie quarterback in Cam Ward, you just would rather open the season at home, but that's not going to happen. Not only are the Titans going to be on the road, but they're really going to be on the road. They're going to have to travel far to get to Denver. And, opposing teams' fan bases, I mean, they're going to be fired up any week, but especially week 1 because people are so excited to see their team play. So that Denver crowd's going to be loud, and that's going to be a tough test for Cam Ward right out of the gate on the road against a Sean Payton defense that honestly, I mean, look, the Broncos were a playoff team last year. The Broncos really overperformed what people expected. I think people expected the Broncos to be terrible last year. They were a playoff team. You could say they got in by default, but to get in to the playoffs, Bo Nix's rookie year with not a lot of help around him, that was a real check for the Denver Broncos. And people are expecting him to be pretty good again. I think Bo Nix progressively got better over the course of the entire season last year, again, with not a lot of help around him. So this is a relatively tough Week 1 opponent for the Tennessee Titans on the road. Now, the good thing is that I'm at least glad we're not opening the season against the Chiefs. I'm very glad. Now, that game would be at home, but it's not even worth it. I do not want to open the season against the Chiefs. Who else was there? The Chargers. I didn't really want to open the season against them. They're always a tough out. The Rams were a game on the Titans schedule somewhere. I didn't want to open the season against them. Houston, I didn't really want to open the season against. I would have been fine opening with either Indianapolis or Jacksonville. I really wanted to open the season against the Saints because on paper, the Saints may be the worst team on the Titans schedule, and that game would have been at home, and that would have been a good opportunity to maybe get Cam Ward some confidence early because I don't think the Saints on paper are going to be very good, and their quarterback situation is not good either. But I figured that wasn't going to happen because the Titans just opened the season against the Saints a couple of years ago. So it's the Broncos. And a 4:05 Eastern start time. I think the Titans are going to have a lot of late start times this year because they're playing out on the West Coast a lot. At Arizona, at San Francisco, at Las Vegas, at Denver. So they're going to have a lot of games out on the West Coast. So I would expect a lot of late 3 o'clock start times, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern for the Titans. This is not the worst case scenario for a Week 1 opponent. Like I said, it's better than the Chiefs, better than the Chargers, better than the Rams, probably better than the Texans, but it is still tough. I mean, it's tough. It's a long way away. It's a tough Sean Payton defense on a team that is hoping to build on what they started last year, being a playoff team, even though they got smoked in the playoffs. So if Cam Ward and the Titans can go on the road and get that win Week 1, that's going to build a lot of confidence because you're beating what is not a bad team. They're a playoff team last year. So it's not the best case scenario for the Titans, but it's also not the worst case scenario. Titans-Broncos Week 1, September 7th. I did an entire podcast episode where I laid out the perfect Titans schedule, and I think I had the Broncos somewhere actually toward the end of the season, but whatever. I knew that schedule probably wasn't going to come to fruition. As we look to the schedule release tomorrow night, where the rest of the games will be announced, the first thing I want is more primetime games for the Titans. They only had one last year against Miami, and it was a doubleheader. But I think the Titans should have more primetime games this year because of Cam Ward, because of having a number 1 overall draft pick coming in to be your quarterback. I think that should earn the Titans at least one more primetime game. I think that as I look at the Titans schedule, I think Titans-Patriots could end up being a Monday night game or a primetime game because of the Mike Vrabel element. I think Titans-Browns could be a primetime game with the hopes from the NFL that it could end up Cam versus Shedeur. I think that anytime you play the Chiefs, that could wind up being a primetime game just because you're playing the Chiefs. I would like to see the Titans get a few home games, a few primetime games, and I would like at least one of those to be at home because I love going to a primetime game in Nashville. I love watching a primetime game in Nashville. So I hope that the Titans are able to find more primetime games and more home primetime games. Other than that, I'm glad the Titans aren't playing overseas. I'm glad the Titans are not having to go to Germany or anything like that. Those are weird games, and I hate the idea of teams having to give up their own home games to go have them over there. I just don't even. I don't want the Titans having to fool with that. Cam Ward's rookie year, and they don't, so that's good. I hope the Titans. Another thing I'm looking for is a later bye week tomorrow night. The Titans have had like week 5, week 6 byes for the last like 3 years, and that sucks. The Titans need a later bye week, preferably sometime around week 9, week 10, about the halfway point of the season. I would like to see that bye week come in there. What else? I like the one thing I liked from last year's schedule that I hope repeats. I like having that stretch of AFC South teams at the end of the year. I like ending the year playing the Jaguars, Texans, and Colts in no particular order because you never know when you get to that point in the season. If it's close, if things are still up in the air, you can control your own destiny because you're playing teams within your own division a lot of times. So I would like to see that again. I would love for the last 3 games of the year to be against AFC South opponents. It didn't matter last year because Titans were so bad that none of those games mattered. But if they were to matter, you want to be playing teams from your own division. So, yeah, I'm not displeased with drawing the Broncos for week 1. I hate that we got to go on the road in Cam Ward's first game. I hate that we don't get to be at home for that. But, all right, kid. You're in. It's week 1. You're on the road, going a long way to Denver to play a Sean Payton defense against a playoff team from last year. I mean, good luck, buddy. So that's going to be a tough test right off the bat. Going to be a tough test for Brian Callahan right off the bat. But I'm already excited. And now we got to wait nearly 4 months until it actually happens. So try to tamper your excitement and don't get too pumped up. Because you still got 4 months to go. But there you go. So they had to have a week 1 opponent, and it's at Denver. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready. But it's just not even close to time. What are we going to do for the next 4 months? Gosh. Makes the summers awful, doesn't it?